Video is on the law of sines. The law of sines could be used to find any side or angle if you're given two angles and a side, or if you're given two sides and an angle that's not between them. So that's right here. Let's write down what the formula says. The formula says sine of the angle A divided by side A equals sine of the angle B divided by side B, which also equals sine angle C divided by side C. I'm going to write over here that uppercase letters means angles, whereas lowercase letters, that represents side lengths. Notice in our picture right here, the uppercase letters, A, C, B right here, those are next to the angles, whereas the lowercase A, B, and C, those are next to the sides. Also, notice how if you have an angle A right here, the side A is opposite. Same thing applies to angle B. Side B is opposite. And angle C, side C is opposite. That's how you know where all the sides and angles are in the triangle diagram. Number one, we know we can use the law of sine to find our missing side right here because we're given two angles and a side. That's one of our scenarios. First, let's label everything A, B, and C. Here's our angles, A, B. I'm going to color code this. A, B, and then C. And then I'm also going to label my side lengths, lowercase c, lowercase a, and then lowercase b. After we have the triangle labeled, we can see which signs A, B, and C were given. We're given an angle A, we're given an angle B, and we're looking for A, and we're given a B. C has nothing there. It has no angle, no side. So all we're going to focus on, if we're looking at the formula, is just this part. Whenever we're working with the law of sines, we're always going to be working with just two fractions. Let's set up those two fractions. Sine of A is 52. Divided by A, we do not know. We know sine B is sine 34. And that's going to be divided by lowercase b, which is 10. Now it's simple. We can just cross multiply and solve. Sine 52 times 10, which is 10 times sine 52. And that's going to be equal to A times sine 34. Then we can divide both sides by sine 34. So in our calculator, we're going to type in 10 times sine 52, then divided by sine 34. Make sure you're all in degree mode. And that's going to equal our A. Let's see what that is. Should come out to be about 14.1 is your side A. Let's do another example. Number 5 here at the bottom. How far is Kevin from Adam? Let's label that on our diagram. Kevin between Adam. We'll label that X. We do not know it. Then let's label everything A, B, and C. Doesn't matter where you start. A, B, C. Those are capitals for my angles. Then I have to go across to label lowercase all the sides. Again, it doesn't matter where you start for your angles. Now let's see which we know. So we know C, both the angle and the side. We know angle B, and we want to know side A. So obviously we are going to use the C, sine C over lowercase c, but we have to figure out, are we going to use A or B? We're looking for A, so we have to use A. Why would we use B? But the question is, since we're looking for side A, we need to know the angle A. Since we know in a triangle that all the angles add up to 180, we can use subtraction and addition to find our missing angle. That makes angle A 23. And we set up our proportion. Let's just fill in what capital C and lowercase c are. Capital C, the angle is 86. Lowercase c, the side is 25. Try doing this cross multiplication. Pause the video, see what you get. I'm going to do it as well. I get 25 times sine 23 equals A sine 86. Dividing the sine 86 over. And let's see what we get. Should get A to be about 9.8 feet. That's how far Adam and Kevin are. Make sure your answer makes sense in terms of the problem. If you got a really huge number, a really small decimal, please check your multiplication and division. Let's do one more on the back. We did a couple examples where we're finding a missing side. Let's do one where we're finding the missing angle and think about what we're going to have to do in the problem when we don't know the angle. Don't worry about this ambiguous case here. We will talk about that in class. Let's just do one where we're finding a missing angle. Number 7, first thing you do is always draw your triangle, but then I'll give it to you so you can see what it looks like. And then we're going to label A, B, and C. Here's A. Remember, capital letters for your angles. Doesn't matter where A, B, and C go right now. It says angle A is 50. Well, let's put in 50 for A. Then it says AB. That means a side. So from A to B is 4. Then it says BC. So from B to C, looks like it is 9. And then want to find angle C. That is going to be our X right here. So instead of writing X, I'm just going to write a lowercase c to show, or capital C for the missing angle. Capital C right here, that's what we're trying to find. Now let's see whether we're going to use the sine A, sine B, or sine C. Well, obviously we're going to use sine C to start because we're looking for C. So sine capital C divided by C is going to equal sine blank over blank. And let's figure out, are we going to use A or B? We're actually going to use A because we're given A's angle and we're given A's opposite side. So let's use our 50 divided by the side A, which is 9. We're not going to use B, remember, because we're not given anything on B. Let's cross multiply. Sine C times 9. We don't know the angle C that you're trying to find. And then we do know side C. I'm going to write that in real here. It's 4 because it's opposite of angle C. So we're going to have 4 times sine 50. That was from this cross multiplication. Next, we're going to try to solve for that capital C. Let's divide both sides by 9. So we're left with sine capital C equals 4 times sine 50 divided by 9. Let's see what 4 times sine 50 divided by 9 is, and just simplify that up. comes out to be 0.34. I'm going to just write that over here. We have sine capital C equals 0.34. I think it's 0.05. It keeps on going. Now to get angle C by itself, since we don't know the angle, you're going to type this into your calculator. You're going to type second sine, so it gives you the -1, and then you're going to type in 0.3405. Do that and see what angle you get. If you're in degree mode, you should have got 19.9. Yeah, degrees, and you are all done. Write what questions you have on law of sine, finding angles, finding missing sides, when you use it, what the letters mean in the formula, how to label the triangle. Write down what questions we can answer next time, and have a great night.